My Kids and Scorpion is the movie I'm reviewing today, and this movie is on Temple Movies TV. A recap of this movie talks about a young woman who is happily married with 3 kids. Then comes her friend always visiting, happy for her, but one day she descended and said some hard through. She descended on her friend and said some hard truth to her about her being single and childlessness, and also should stop, doing prostitution. Almost that hit home. She came back one day and kidnapped her kids without her friend's knowledge. The married man and the husband accused the gate man, but they found out that it was her best friend that was kidnapping her children. This is what My Kids and Scorpion is about. What I like about this movie, I actually enjoyed the storyline so much. Yes, it was delivered very well, and there was a lot of lesson in this movie. If you watch it, you will know what I'm talking about. The storyline is, maybe I didn't give you a good recap of it, but trust me, this is a decent, good storyline, and I actually enjoyed the storyline. Let's talk about cast and the acting of this movie. Ekene Omewa was, one of the main characters. I really enjoy Ekene. She wasn't fooling in this movie. She wasn't a comic character in this movie. She was pretty decent. She was speaking very well. You could hear her. She wasn't acting mumu or acting. She was acting very sane in this movie, and I really enjoyed her. Most of the characters that I've seen her, she always acts cringing characters, and I'm like, what everything be this? So I actually enjoyed her in this movie. That was something I was surprised myself, because I'm like, yeah, so she was pretty decent, and I like that in this movie. Then we talk about Queeneth. Queeneth was the villain in this movie. I enjoyed her as well. In this day and age, when you tell people the truth, it's hard to consume the truth, especially when you know that you are right, but you're not supposed to tell me. Yeah, she just couldn't stand the truth, and she resorted to just pay evil with good. Your friend was telling you to do good for yourself, but you just couldn't take it, and she decided to be an evil person. And I enjoyed her. She was coming to the house, pretending. She was so sweet. You could not even think that this person who is so sweet like this, now they do this thing to me. So her character was convincing. Her character was convincing, especially you as the viewer, knowing that she's the evil person they are looking for, and she was still with this couple, trying to console them, comfort them, and her character will annoy you. That means she did very well with that, and I enjoyed her. And then we talk about the police officer that was the interrogator. He was okay, and the gate man, the gate man and the mother, they suffered in this movie. They were really good. I really enjoyed them so much. Lastly, what I like about this movie is location. So I enjoyed the location very much. This is not the Lagos Abuja movie, so yeah, I think I just branched into that segment of Nollywood YouTube, and I'm like, okay, they do have decent movies. Maybe I should be reviewing some of their movies. So yes, I really enjoyed the location, the location for this movie, the houses, the police station, the hacker's house. That was really good. They did some resourcing in terms of locations for this movie, and I like it. Those are the things I like about this movie. Moving on to what I do not like about this movie, I'll start with costume of Ekene. Your husband is rich. You are living in a comfort house. You're taking care of 3 beautiful children, and you look like a pauper. She looks like somebody who is suffering. She looks like somebody who is in the trenches, taking care of kids. She's not feeding well. What is this dressing? Her costume was bad. Even her husband's costume. How can you be living in such a huge mansion and you guys are looking like a pauper? I'm not even talking about hair or makeup, because you're in the house, you're taking care of kids, you're always busy. You don't even need makeup to be in the house. You can, if you want to look a little bit put together, you should, or you can. The hair was okay, but the outfit, oh man, Ekene Umewa. Now I don't even know who produced this movie. This is more like, the Asaba, Enugu kind of movie. So I'm pretty not familiar with their producers here, so no. Costume for this movie was so bad. Everybody except Queeneth, even Queen herself, her sexy outfits were not really it like that. But I'll give her a pass. Every other person in this movie, see how the officer look, see how the hacker, even looking at how the children dress itself. Meanwhile, you guys are living in this huge mansion. The man is always going to work in a suit. Aside the suit, every other thing costume for this movie, just trash it. And this brings me to cinematography. One of the most terrible cinematography I've seen in a while in recent weeks that I've been doing reviews. No. Waiting with this. Even look at the thumbnail. The thumbnail itself. How I landed on this movie is still a mystery to me, even though I enjoyed the storyline. But the thumbnail was not really looking good. It was not really professional. It was not something that something you look at the thumbnail and look at, I have to watch this movie. So I'm not even surprised at the cinematography of this movie. Just trash it. Cinematography was trash. Camera, I know camera was bad. The camera they used for this movie was bad. You guys should clean the lens of the camera, okay? I beg. Camera was bad. I can see some black dots on the screen. I'm like, this is from the camera. That was really bad. So trash the cinematography of this movie. Another thing that I want to talk about that I hate about this movie is the acting scene when they found out where their kids were, some of their kids, because some of they kidnapped almost all of them, and other kids as well. So that scene where Ekene found one of her kids, see the way she carried the kids. In the police station when they finally saw the other children, look at the way they dragged the children as if they were paper. The children were just doing like they don't know they were supposed to be here. I know they are kids. They were wondering what they were doing here. It's as if they don't know their environment. The kids look lost. I don't know how to put it. You see how when you are in a place where you have never been before, you'll be wondering and be making sure that you are safe where you are, or making sure you are familiar with the people you are seeing, making sure that you are not being kidnapped. Like the kids were having wandering eyes. They were shocked. They look lost. Nah, this is not it, man. The acting was bad. And the way they were dragging the kids, they were not even holding them as precious jewelries. Nah, that was bad. This brings me to the last two things I hate about this movie. The length. This movie is long. As about movie, Abi Enugu movies. Now so you know they do over here. No, now this movie is long. Now wow. Nah, it's too long. Then the size, very terrible. Just trash the size. I don't know. I know as about people post movies in the right frame size. So when I saw this one, I'm like, why? Why is it like that? I don't know, but I was thinking maybe this is an old movie. They changed the title and posted it on this channel, but I haven't watched it before, so that is why I pretty much watch it. Anywho, it's very long. The size was not in the frame size, and some of the acting was just terrible. And on that note, I'll rate this movie a 2/10. If you want to watch this movie called My Kings and Scorpion, it's showing on Temple Movies TV. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll see you all in my next movie review.